Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Going to be doing an awesome game for you here today. Let's start checking it out. Up the top left side of the map, it is Mr. HerO, 24 years of age from South Korea, plays for Team Liquid. Very, very awesome. And you can see he's really pushing hard on this Forge Fast Expand out here. So it should be fun. Even got a probe waiting there just to block any SCV or... well, not SCV because it is going to be a Zerg player, but any sort of drone coming in there. But yeah, his opponent down the bottom left side of the map, currently going for a fairly fast third base, is going to be Mr. XiGua, 27 years of age, from China, plays for Invictus Gaming. Very, very awesome stuff. Just about to finish one of his expansions, and the third base... about a third of the way there, about just over a third. So looking pretty good at the moment. He looks like he went for a spawning pool before both of those hatches. So definitely going to have the lings out nice and fast. Going to be able to put out a couple of lings here. Maybe think about some aggression. Unfortunately for him, HerO did go for the Forge Fast Expand, so not going to be able to do anything. If he went for a Gateway Cyber Core and then a Nexus, then XiGua had a very, very good chance of being able to deny that expansion for some time, or a little bit of time anyway, until the first Stalker came out and annoying that. But of course, Forge Fast Expand means that is not going to happen. Control Shift F, there we go. Probe. Oh, the probe is going to be scouting the fast third base. Very, very nice for Mr. HerO, knowing that that is out there. That means he can macro all that much harder. I don't think he can go for a third base himself, but he knows that he's got a little bit more time. He can push hard for some tech. He can go for all sorts of crazy stuff. You can see you got a Stargate coming out there. So very, very nice stuff. Can pump out a couple of quick oracles, and who knows what else he can go for early on in this game. So yes, very, very nice stuff. The Overlord just parking itself over there. Knows it's got nothing to fear because, yeah, Forge Fast Expand is going to be ages before a Stalker is out. And when I say ages, I mean about 1 second. So there he goes, coming out there. The Ling's going for the rocks. Very, very nice. So XiGua doing everything he can to annoy this player early game, because both players know that they're all going heavy macro, so they can easily go out there and just annoy the crap out of everybody. So yeah, that's not bad. The Lings are going to get pushed away here. Ling thinking about going over there. We got another pylon going down, and I do believe that's not a complete wall off. So the Stalker's going to be jumping out, going to be taking some stuff out. And HerO moving out with the Worker is going to go for a fast third base. I think this is one of the fastest thirds I have ever seen a Protoss player take. At the 7.5 minute mark, laying down the third base. Very, very, very fast. And I mean, he's in the best position to do it, because he knows his opponent is going for a fast third. He's got the fast third already, and he knows what's going on. And XiGua, having scouted that fast third base, is going for a crap ton of workers. So he's decided, if HerO's going for a fast third, you know what? I am going for a crap ton of workers. I am not going to let him beat me. And obviously deciding not to go for a massive amount of lings and try and shut this down, of course, because double gateway here would completely screw that up with the nice cannon sort of cinched in behind those gateways. So it's a bit of a dicey play, and a couple of zealots would ruin that as well. So yeah, he's chosen instead to go for just an absolute shitload of workers early on. And he's actually pushed out, he's gotten a lair, he's getting the Hydralisk in, he's getting the Spire. So we could be looking at Ling Hydra Corruptor from Mr. XiGua there, a very, very popular tactic versus Protoss players. And HerO is already pumping out Void Rays, so he's maybe anticipated the play from Mr. XiGua, I'm not sure, but Void Rays are very powerful versus Ling Hydra Corruptor. They absolutely own Corruptor, and they can do a decent job against Hydras as long as the Hydras are not in a massive amount. And even if they are, I mean, you just need a massive amount of Void Rays to deal with them. So Void Rays are relatively weak against units like Hydras. Void Rays can be weak in small numbers. Once Void Rays get into large numbers, they are not weak against Hydras at all. Hydras, you'd think that Hydras would own Void Rays, but once Void Rays start getting into big numbers, the Hydras do have to start worrying. Once Void Rays get into big enough numbers, you need to start fungling them down to deal with them. Or you need to send in mutas. It's mutas or fungals, or like infested terrans. That's the only things that can really deal with large amounts of void rays, because corruptors are dead in the water whenever they see one void ray, and hydras can take out a small group. Once the void rays get large enough, their health just soaks up so much hydra fire, and they do a decent amount of damage against the hydras. So yeah, that's it. And it does look like a crap ton of void rays are coming out, but XiGua, very, very good awareness of what's going on, is going for mutas. I'm not sure if this is specifically countering the void rays, or if XiGua is just like, yeah, screw it, let's go mutas. Mutas will be fun for a nice bit of harassment. Sometimes players do that. They go out for mutas early game against a Protoss. They get their harassment going, all that sort of stuff. The mutas catching the mothership core. Oh, look at this void ray out in the middle of nowhere. XiGua does see it, does take it out. Ling's going to be running back there, running in. There's a fairly decent amount of them. They might be able to take out one cannon, but probably not the other one. There we go. He's just putting on hold position, and HerO has wisely moved all of his probes away to mine on the gas, which of course totally negates that tactic. The mutas coming in. There are enough void rays and a bunch of Phoenix as well to help these mutas get out of there. Phoenix, of course, an exceptional counter to the mutas, and of course corruptors are an exceptional counter to the Phoenix. So it's sort of an infinite loop with the corruptors hitting the Phoenix, and then the Phoenix hitting the mutas, then the mutas hitting the void rays, and then the void rays, of course, owning the corruptors. It's an infinite circle sort of deal. And of course you can inject hydras into there as well, and hydras do okay. They do very well versus Phoenix, of course. Not so well against void rays, as we said before, but then again it comes down to numbers and plays, and it's very, very complicated stuff. Anyway, HerO moving out with a nice force. He's got the mutas semi-counted at the moment, and hydras could potentially do something here, but he's going to have to get the numbers out there. But for now, the void rays, oh, they're going on strong. And right now, this amount of void rays could attack these hydras and do a pretty good job, especially when the hydras start getting lifted up. You can see the hydra's not really doing all that much. They're trying to attack things. They're doing a bit of damage to the Phoenix. The Phoenix just lift them up straight away, and the void rays just move in, and the hydras go down so quickly. It's just one of those things where you think the hydras will counter the void rays. Not so. The only way that hydras can counter void rays is if you have the numbers, and considering that one void ray costs approximately the same as 3 hydras, it can add up. But the void rays are only like 3 supply, 4 supply, something like that, and the hydras are 2 supply. So 3 hydras is not the same as 1 void ray in terms of supply. It is a bit more, which does disadvantage the Zerg player a little bit. But man, oh man. We've got a 5th base coming down. I believe the 4th base was taken out, so a 5th base coming down. Oracle having a bit of a shot in it and then just falling on back. This guy has got 10 kills, which is pretty awesome. Income wise, 67 and 73. That's pretty good. Well, that's not the right key. There's the one I was looking for. Somebody asked me to put up the APM and the EPM. I forgot what the EPM is. Shift C. I'm never going to remember that. So yeah, pretty good stuff there. Shift C, and then this one. As I don't know if this is what you always see, but I seem to remember the Zerg players are usually a fair bit higher on the APM, simply because they're constantly selecting lava, constantly building. And you select a gateway, you build the unit, that's it, you build the unit. But with the Zerg, you're constantly banging on the lava just to see if anything's available. Because the thing with a gateway is, you know when a unit is available. You know how long the cooldown is. You select the gateway, it tells you how long the cooldown is. Lava, not so. Lava, they can pop up at any time. You select the hatch ray, there's no lava. You keep smashing it because at any given millisecond, a lava could pop up. And that is one of the main reasons why the APM is so much higher for the Zerg, I think, because they're constantly smashing on that key just to see if the lava is out there. Yeah. So here we go. That's a lot of Phoenix coming out there. What are the void ray counts? Down to 2. So he's basically not really doing too much with these guys. Phoenix are going to be running away from the hydras, I guess. There's no point in the Phoenix going toe-to-toe against the Hydras unless they've got some other sort of support. 5th base goes down, but the 4th base is up. Income-wise, XiGua is still ahead, but not by a lot. This early 3rd base from HerO has really helped quite a ton. And now he is going for Void Rays again. He's got a ton of Phoenix. He's not scared of mutas anymore. Mainly because there's no mutas to be scared of. And it's all just Roach Hydra at the moment. So he's going for a ton of Void Rays. He's going to own in the air. Roach is, of course, useless versus any air unit. So he just has to beat the Hydras. And what do we got for upgrades? We've got air weapons. And we got 1-1 on the ground for Mr. HerO. And XiGua, on the other hand, does have 1-1 and 1 air weapons as well. So they're both pretty much the same. We do have level 2 ground weapons coming out. These Phoenix taking so much Spore Crawler damage. Not quite being microed as well as they could be. But then again, he's trying to get something happening on the ground as well. Didn't really work out. We got Colossi on the field as well, which is going to be pretty good. They are going to absolutely own Hydras if they can get in the right position. The Roaches usually soak up Colossi damage, but of course if there are a decent amount of Void Rays on the field, actually here he goes, he's going for it, going to take out a few Hydras, but he's starting to take a serious amount of damage in return. So as I was saying, Void Rays, if they get in there, if HerO plays it correctly, the Void Rays should be able to skin the Roach numbers back very quickly, leaving the Colossi open to annihilate the Hydras. I'm guessing that's what the game plan is going to be, looking at HerO's army at the moment. Whether or not he can pull that off, I'm not really sure. If the Hydras decide to focus on the Colossi or something like that, I don't know. It's going to be a mess anyway. I don't think XiGua is going to win this because he's got no Corruptors. And without Corruptors, the Colossi are just going to go all day. And yeah, he's got Storm as well. Yeah, I saw Storm coming out. Yeah. XiGua is in a lot of trouble if an engagement happens right here. He's going to be falling on back, going for level 2 weapons on his air units, going for the Vipers. There we go. So he knows that Colossi are out there. Going for the Vipers is going to be his way, and with a few of these he can hopefully do a pretty good job. Income is actually down a little bit, but at this point they're both maxed out, and XiGua has banked a hell of a lot, so his income obviously good enough. But if his entire force gets obliterated and he doesn't kill that many Colossi, he's going to need a lot of income to macro back up, and I don't know if he's got enough to do that. Here we go. There's the engagement. The Void Rays going for the Roaches, as well they should. With a beautiful flank coming around the side here. Perfectly played from XiGua. Chasing the Colossi. One goes down, the other one getting very low. The Roaches are going for it. Haven't seen any Vipers out, so I assume HerO managed to get in before they were ready. And the Roaches continuing to go for it, managed to take out all 4 Colossi, but there's not really all that many Hydras to have a look at anyway. I assume the Void Rays all destroyed them, or the Colossi destroyed them after some time. And HerO is just like, yeah, let's get in 10 Zealots just to rub salt in the wounds. And XiGua is going for a ton of Hydras. He's re-macroing out like a complete boss here. And HerO is just going to take advantage, but he didn't have too long because, of course, Hydra's going to be shredding those guys. Void Rays, meanwhile, are going to be taken out in this 4th base. That's not going to be good. That's one of the main mining bases for Mr. XiGua. He did lose quite a bit trying to take that out. Lost a fair amount of Void Rays. Oh, he's slow. The Hydras are much faster on the creep, and they're totally sniping these guys. 2 Void Rays going out. A 3rd one taking some damage. Are they... I think the Hydras are still a little bit faster off the creep. But yeah, that's it. Another Void Ray goes out. I'll still say it was worth it because there's got minerals on this 3rd base, 4th base, whatever you want to call it. Barely anything on this one left though. So XiGua's income, his mineral income, is really bad at the moment. But maybe he doesn't need it. He's got a huge army here. What can HerO do? He's managed to re-macro some units. He's got some Zealots. He's got some DTs. No Overseers in XiGua's army, so he's going to have a lot of problems dealing with the DTs. And yes, he's actually looking at a 4th base, but of course HerO has his 4th base all the way over here, fully cannoned up. So very nice play from Mr. HerO there. Doesn't have to worry about this back door anyway because he's got a 4th base on both sides of it at the moment. And HerO just really starting to pump stuff out. XiGua still quite far behind on that income. Needs to get a 3rd base. Did he get taken out again by like some Zealot harassment? I am not sure, but it's going to be going down again. And hopefully XiGua can hold on until that base goes up again. As soon as that base is up, his micro will start to go up again. I almost said micro, but his micro will start to go up again. I still don't think he realizes there are DTs in that army because there's no Overseer anywhere in sight. When that engagement starts to happen, those DTs are going to go nuts on the Hydras, and I don't think the XiGua is going to be happy about that. We even got Phoenix range. What the? There's no mutas. We haven't seen mutas for like 10 minutes. Why is he going for Phoenix range? Really have no idea. Oh, forcing it not to go down. There's the Overseer. Beautiful, beautiful. And the base is going to go down. So he's going for 2 bases instead of just 1, which should hopefully make sure that at least one of them manages to survive long enough to get some mining done on it, because he really... Well, he's starting to get better. He's long distance mining from that base as well, which is helping. He's got the workers back on these minerals, but he really wants one of those bases to start mining. He's maxed out. Let's have a look at the upgrades. We've got 2-2. Sorry, it's 1-2 for the ground, but the air units, not that there are any, have 2 as well. No 2 weapons coming out. And Mr. HerO, he's got level 1 weapons with 2 on the way for his air, and level 3 on the ground coming out. Although these guys do have 2 already. Armor, not so much, but whatever. It's pretty awesome. Double Spire here. Very, very nice. Does he need double spy? Did he get taken out? I'm not sure. Major engagement coming out here. A couple of storms going to soften these guys up until the main force can get over there. But it is going to take them a while. Decides to Mothership Core warp over there. Very, very nice. A couple of units getting taken out while they're warping in. I think I saw at least one Void get sniped by the Hydras. And XiGua going to be backing out of there. Did not manage to get a base taken out. Meanwhile, a couple of DTs taken out this base. The other one is still there. But even though it has been mining for some time, the minerals are starting to look a little bit shoddy there. Zealots getting into the rocks over here, starting to push through, and XiGua is not looking very good in this game. His army is starting to get whittled very, very badly. His worker count has been going down, so the DT has obviously been doing a good job, or there's these Zealots anyway, really, really knocking back, and HerO is just firing on all fronts here. Absolutely tremendous job. Every single aspect of the game from Mr. HerO so far. And XiGua, man, he's been hitting like 5 different ways, 5 different times a minute, and it's really taken its toll on him right now. His income is in the crapper, his army size is in the crapper, he's down to 4 bases, and HerO has like 6 bases, and he's being screwed every way it's possible for Mr. XiGua to be screwed, other than having a disconnection at this point. So there we go. Major engagement coming in, storms coming down. We got a nice fungal there, but nothing to follow it up with. And that's it. Game over. GG. And HerO, just an exceptionally well played game. Did everything right, countered perfectly, harassed perfectly, macroed perfectly. The early 3rd base is a bit of a risk, but not as much of a risk as I would have thought, given that XiGua went for the 3rd base. And he had this little cannon hugged in the middle there, so there was no point of XiGua doing a run by with Lynx to try and take it out. So that's it. GG. Well played. I mean, that's it. You can sum this game up in just 2 words. Well played by HerO. I don't think XiGua screwed up at any point in the game that I could really see. He didn't do anything dodgy. He didn't make any mistakes. Not any major ones. That's it. It's just well played by HerO. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching this game. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned.